What is happening, you wonderful people? So, I just got home a little bit ago from seeing Captain America Brave New World. And in this film, Sam finds himself in the middle of an international incident after meeting with President Thaddeus Ross. He must soon discover the reason behind a nefarious global plot before the true mastermind has the entire world seeing red. And that's all I can say without giving too much away. This is a non spoiler review. Let's talk about it. So, with Captain America Brave New World, I know this movie has been getting a lot of mixed reviews and a lot of hate. And I know this movie has been through reshoots off and on. I think this film had like six reshoots or something like that, which is not good, and that is a lot. But I was really looking forward to this film. Both trailers that they released, I thought were really good, and I was looking forward to this film because I love Sam, I love Anthony Mackie, and I love Marvel. I am a Marvel fan. Like I just you see my Spider-Man poster up there. Can't point to it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And X-Men shirt. I don't have a Captain America shirt, but I was like, hey, it's Marvel. So, anyways, but I was really looking forward to this film, and I walked out really enjoying this film. I would say I'm in the minority on this, but a lot of people are enjoying this film, and I am glad that a lot of people are enjoying this film. Most people are enjoying it, like I should say, but I really enjoyed it. So let's talk about the positives first, and then we'll talk about the negatives next. So starting off the bat with the positives, the characters are likable. I really enjoyed Sam in this film. I really enjoyed Joaquin Torres in this film. Joaquin Torres can be a little over the top in this film at times. He's the new Falcon. I really like the chemistry, the dynamic between him and Sam. Even though Joaquin can be a little much sometimes, I really enjoyed his character, and I really like Sam as Cap. I do. Do I miss Steve Rogers as Cap? Oh, you bet I do. I miss Steve, but if there's anyone, maybe besides Bucky, Bucky would be the next best choice in my opinion. I think Sam is the right choice, and he was Captain America in the comics at a certain point in time, so I think he is great as Cap. And I really, really liked I miss William Hurt. God rest his soul. God rest his soul, man. I really think Harrison Ford, and I wasn't sure how he would do as Thaddeus Ross, playing the same character, but taking over the role from William Hurt. He did good. And I like William Hurt more in the role, but I think Harrison Ford did good. He did a good job. And he knew, like, the thing with his character is, like, I feel like the way he played Thaddeus Ross was kind of self-aware in a way. I don't know. That just felt like that to me. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But it just felt like that to me. And I'm telling you, the when he turns into Red Hulk, which again, Red Hulk, I'm just gonna say it is not in the film much. So if you're expecting to see him throughout the entirety of the film, hold your horses. He is only in it at the end for 7 minutes. He is not in it for very long. But when we get him as Red Hulk, it's perfect. It is terrifying. It is scary. It's violent. It's brutal. And it's fun. I had a fun time seeing him play Red Hulk. Um, the action is it's insane. Some of the just kicks and punches that all these people were throwing in the film, especially Sam. Like some of the kicks, and there is a slow motion shot with him throwing the shield where I was like, what? Like, that's insane. There's a scene where he kicks his shield where I was like, oh, heck yes. Like, whoa, that was sick. Holy crap. And it the leader is in this film as well. The leader, Samuel Stearns, is not in it much, but when he is in it, I really liked his presence, and I do feel like they could have done a little bit more with him. But for the time he has in this film, he's very mysterious and he's very creepy. I would say he's creepy. And Giancarlo Esposito is in this film as well, just like Samuel Stern's leader. He's not in it much, but when he's in his Sidewinder, I think is how you say his name, or Sidewinder. I don't think it's Sidewinder. I think it's Side. However you say it, but he's cool, and I really liked his fight scenes with Sam, and or the fight scene with Sam, and just his character, like just the like I don't know if you call it charisma, but the charisma of his character, and just like the just how crazy and cool his character's presence was. I really liked his character, and I gotta say, I loved the score and the sound design. The sound design was perfect for this film, for especially for how eerie the tone was in this film, and the score, it felt fresh and unique. It was mysterious and had a sense of epicness to it, and I really really dug that. And the movie is shot well. Like it feels like that political 1970s thriller. It felt like that, and I really, really dug that. It's tense, it's gripping. The tone is consistent. It's very eerie, and I like the eeriness to it, like the eeriness esqueness of it. I love that, and it truly. People were saying that it truly felt like Captain America the Winter Soldier, and it does. I like Captain America the Winter Soldier more than this, in my opinion. People are saying this felt like a sequel to The Incredible Hulk as well. It did feel like that. It did. I will say though, it did not take me out of it. It did not take me out of it at all. I actually kind of dug how they did that in a way. But it needed to be more of a Captain America, which it is a Captain America film. It is a Captain America film, but I feel like they could have like made it feel more like a Captain America film instead of the Incredible Hulk 2, if that makes sense. But that didn't take me out of the film. It didn't take me out of it. And I love the atmosphere, I love the vibe. They were both great. And overall, I really enjoyed this film. I do have a few negatives. I don't have very many because in this movie, for me, these are how much I enjoyed it. The positives outweigh the negatives. I do have a few negatives, but the positives outweigh the negatives by a ton, by a lot. So, let's talk about the negatives. So yeah, while the story is intriguing and interesting, I actually dug the story. I really did, because you have this the story with Red Hulk right here, the story with the leader, and then you have Sidewinder right here, Sam. And I love how they mix that story together. This story, that story, this story, and that story. I love how they mix those together. At the same time, though, and not fully. I didn't feel like this fully, but or the whole time. I should say the whole time instead. There are times where the story can feel a little confusing and convoluted because you have the story with Red Hulk, you have the story with the leader, Sidewinder, and then Cap trying to be the best version of Captain America he can be. So you have all four of those stories, right? And I really did like how they mixed those together, but it can feel a little convoluted and confusing at times. So I'm like, I'm lost. I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on. Like I'm following, but I'm trying to follow more. I'm trying to understand it more, if that makes sense. And at times, you feel a little bored. Like at times, it can drag a little bit. And the pacing can feel like it's just loosening, and the pacing feels like it's like about to unwind and fall over flat. You know what I mean? It just felt like it dragged at times. Not all the time, not the whole time, but just felt like it dragged a little bit. And you could tell there were moments where it was very green screeny, and the VFX could have been touched up a little bit. Like the ending fight with Sam and Red Hulk, after it's done, you could tell it's very green screeny. You can tell. And I was like, yeah, they should have touched that up a little bit. They should have like made that a little bit better. And the way the leader looks, his brain connected to his face and all that, it looked a little off. I don't know if they use practical effects, if they use CGI, if they use both, but it looks like it was mainly just CGI, no practical effects, but it just looked wonky, which it didn't. I didn't mind it. I didn't fully mind it, but I noticed it and I was like, yeah, that doesn't look that great. They should have done a way better job with that. And while the action is awesome in this film, I love the action in this film. There are times where the action does feel a little dull and stale. I love the action for the most part, I do, but there are times where it can feel a little dull and stale, and you're just like not feeling the nuance of this fight. You know what I mean? Like the nuance of this fight scene is really good, but over here it just feels very just ugh. It just that's just lame. It just feels very awkward, if that's the right wording to use. It just felt very awkward, but overall, I really dug this film. I really enjoyed it as a Captain America fan, as a Marvel fan, as a movie fan, and as a just comic book fan. Like, is it the best superhero film I've ever seen? No. Is it the worst I've ever seen? No. Like, I really enjoyed it. Would I watch it again? Absolutely. Would I go to the theaters to watch it again? I would. I definitely want to. I don't know if I'll get a chance to, honestly, but I definitely want to. But I really enjoyed it. So yeah, overall, Captain America: Brave New World. While not my favorite Captain America film, not my favorite comic movie of all time, not my favorite Marvel film, not the worst comic movie ever made, not the worst Marvel movie ever made. I walked out having an absolute blast. I love the characters. I love the story. While maybe confusing and convoluted at times, I love the vibe and the tone. The 1970s political thriller. I love some of the humor that was in this, the dry, witty humor. I love the story. It's intriguing and interesting. I'm going to give Captain America Brave New World a 4 out of 5 stars. I really had a good time with this film. Tell me what y'all thought down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let's talk about it. So that'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. We are at 773 subs. Next milestone is 800, reaching that quickly. And then 9, the big one is 1K, and beyond that as well. And if you're new as well, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, movie live streams, movie news, movie rankings, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And let's talk about it down below in the comments below. Did y'all like this film? Did y'all not like it? Are y'all done with Marvel? Is Captain America Brave New World, y'all, the worst Marvel movie you ever seen? The best Marvel movie you ever seen? Let's talk about it down below. Keep talking movies, wonderful people. Cheers. And by the way, spoiler live stream this Sunday. This is a non-spoiler review right here. Obviously, you already know that. But spoiler live stream Sunday. If you have not seen the film, please do not join. But if you just don't care, you don't care and you want to get spoiled, go ahead. Join the live stream. Like I said, keep talking movies and wonderful people. Cheers.